Welcome to the third video of the Drawing Fundamental series. And before we dive into how to draw a volumetric spheres, let's first get a feel for what volume actually means. Volume is all about making things look solid and three-dimensional, as in the object feels that it exists in real space, not just appear on the surface of the paper, but they are popping off the page. Now that we have talked about volume, let's look at a classic example by William Michael Harnett. You will see in the charcoal still life painting, My Gems, it's a great example of art style that tricks the eye into thinking that the painted objects are real. In this piece, he painted a cluttered Victorian interior filled with personal items like leather bound books, a quill pen, an ink bottle, and other well worn treasures. He used subtle tones and detailed textures to make each object look 3D and lifelike. That's the kind of depth we aim for in the volumetric drawing. So keep this image in mind, um, because this is the best example because it shows how simple form can look super real when you understand volume. You could see as the paper is super flat, but as artists our job is to make it look like there is depth, like the object could be picked up and turned around. Getting my point? So instead of just drawing a flat shape like circle, squares, triangle, we start thinking in 3D like spheres, cubes, and cone. There are three basic forms we will be working with, and they are super important because they help us show how things exist in space. Once you understand how these shapes move, rotate, and sit in space, you can start using them, and you will build more complex object that actually feels real to viewers. So in our coming video, we will learn how to mix and blend these forms to create compound shapes. But for now, let's keep it simple. The very first volumetrical shape or 3D shape you could call it as we are going to learn is spear. And before drawing spear, we need to have some idea, that is drawing a transparent construction lines. And I'm emphasizing that the drawing should look light and see through. Uh, means using soft construction lines, so it can be said as a guideline because it help you think how the shape works in space, and don't erase them, they are part of the process. Okay, so if you remember those three elements I discussed with you in my last videos, those three elements are line, oval, circle, and none of them give any sense of volume, and these shapes look flat. When we combine them in the right way, you can turn a flat circle into a 3D looking sphere. And once you understand how to make a spear look 3D, you can use that skill to draw uh, head, fruits, plant, and many more. First, I will take you through the process with a quick diagram just to get the idea across. Then we'll jump into some hand drawing style sketches to bring it to life. Now, in front of you in your screen, you will see a circle. Uh, it's just a flat circle, and to we will be transforming it into a volumetric sphere. So we will begin by drawing a simple circle, then apply the three element introduced you earlier: the line, the oval, the circle. We will begin by using the line element to bisect the circle into half with a vertical axis, and this line should be drawn lightly as it's a construction line, and it is not intended to appear in the final artwork. The main purpose of the construction line is that it should not appear in your final artwork, but it's purely it's a guide for your drawing and to simplify the process. This vertical axis line it serves as the central line for one of the ellipses, which we'll be adding later. And that's why I told you that it's a construction line, so it needed to be light. And this axis line runs straight down the middle of the circle, acting as a line of symmetry. Both the side of the circle should be equal, and it should mirror to each other. So now let's draw a horizontal axis line across the circle like the vertical axis line. Now it will divide the shape in half, and it helps to maintain balance and symmetry in both the sides. So now after drawing a horizontal axis, you will ensure that your axis lines divide the circle evenly and intersect at a precise right angle. This alignment is essential for maintaining balance and symmetry in your drawing. That's wrap up today lessons. I will continue with part 4 next time. Thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel.